Now, this success journey is very important. Tahseen joined batch program of program management, PgMP, and he cleared with all above target. PgMP is one of the most prestigious certification in the world. There are still less than 5,000 people. And the reason is that not only is a very challenging certificate, but it consists of two parts. First, filling the application. Once it get approved, then preparing for the exam. And exam is really very interesting. I still remember when I filled my application, first time it was rejected. That much it is important. And its application is like writing a book. It's a very comprehensive application. And like my application was rejected after 2.5 months. I updated it and then I again applied it and then it got it. And now, as of now, we have almost 20 plus certified PGMPs, including Tahseen as audit. So Tahseen joined the batch program led by my facilitator, Mr. Abdul Rahim, and he took it his hand virtually and made sure till the end he cleared PGMP. Mr. Abdul Rahim, if you can take over. Thank you.
First of all, thank you very much for joining our program, Tahseen. It was a really good pleasure and to have you on board. And the amount of effort that we put it in is also extraordinary, especially from your side and from our side also. So, if we can start from the application part, how was it?
Yes,
What was how we proceeded? Please.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for all your effort. First of all, I would like to thank Almighty Allah for being me up to this level, and thank you very much for Amir sir and yourself for your effort to make me certified PGMP. So first, regarding this application part, I think we have discussed a lot during. Actually, I came from vacation, and then after I start, same times this batch program started. So I joined directly batch program. So initially 1 month I was working only for the application part. So that was a very tedious job. One by one, we have to fill up all the domains with all the keywords, and it was actually initial part. I have not gone through the program management book, so I don't know what are the keywords and what are the things. So it takes time, but I think that one is also very productive because while filling applications, I have gone through complete book. So the most of the concepts was clear during that time. Same times I was taking a coaching call also, chapter wise coaching call. So sometimes you are guiding about the all the overall PGMP chapter wise, domain wise, all the concepts. And same times I was referring books. So most of 50% of the preparation was the application only, fill up application. So then after we have gone through the final round, and internally it was reviewed from your side and Amir's side. Then we have submitted the application. So I think it took 3 to 4 days for initial acceptance of the application. Then after second round is a panel review. After the payment and panel review, that was really it happens like a magic. I was also not expected that it will happen in so little time. I just submitted, and after 3 hours, I got message that your panel review was completed and it's accepted. So you can go for book exam and all those things preparation, and they have given one year preparation time. So then after I just message Amir sir, I told that my panel review already accepted. So he told that what? Let me check. Then he has seen, and then after yes, it's really good news for us that it can also possible to get panel review acceptance within 3 hours also. Even
So I would
before we
like,
have explained, yes, sir.
yes,
Whether,
Tahseen, I would
before,
like to add here for all the people that in the application, what we do is we study chapter wise and we ask the students to fill the application domain by domain. So in this way, once our batch is completing, the application is already ready. And I think this step by step approach is really good. So you understand the real content what you have to write.
yes,
And so,
that's the yeah, that's the reason that we prepared in initial stage also. It's
yes.
30-40% concept was clear about all the domain by filling applications.
Yes. And
So
also,
that
I
is
would
good.
like to add, like Mr. Tahseen said, that his application was accepted in 3 to 4 days. Panel review was very fast. So I would also, Ahmed, I would like to add this thing that the quality of application or the content we put it inside, I think that matters a lot. If your application is strong, it is up to the requirements of the PMI, then I think it doesn't take much time. They just go through it about that you have understood the domain, what we have to write. I think it's also very key point in understanding. Like somebody took 1 month, 2 months. Yes, I think PMI is reviewing the application from their algorithms. I would say it's a personal review by the person, but I think there are some algorithms also coming in the backside.
Of course, sir,
Yeah, that's
I
true.
would agree with that, because with the AI and all the things working in the context, the applications are getting like, it's not that like if that was the case, we are getting more and more curious every week. Tahseen, if you don't know, let me share it with you. We are getting clients, their application got rejected by PMI, and they are coming us for especially those services, and later on joining the program. So this is a very interesting thing. That's what Mr. Sami has said, that for all those people looking at what happened to Tahseen or before that, no, the application has become easier. No, it's what Mr. Sami said. We worked so hard on the application. Let me tell what Tahseen is sharing, adding to that. Tahseen wrote his application. Mr. Sami uh, reviewed his application, spent at least 2-3 days editing, re-editing. And let me tell you, the editing Mr. Sami does is not less than somebody taking the English paper, like as a PhD teacher checking that. He is doing that, changing the sentence, reviewing it, sending back to Tahseen. And then once both of them agree, they send it to me for review, for final
Yeah.
review. Then I send it back to Mr. Sami. Like I can show chats, Mr. Sami is reviewing the application, send it back to me, and I reviewing it and marked one paragraph. So this needs to be updated. This needs to be changed. And we worked on to it. After such a hard work, when it goes to PMI, since we are teaching program management, we are program managers, portfolio managers ourselves, we know what they are looking for. So as he highlighted it, we put it in that language. We put a very hard effort, sweat, and hard work into it. That's why Tahseen, it worked like that.
Yes.
That's why it's a magical.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, 1.5 month, I think 1.5 month or 2 months we have taken only for internal review and editing, all those things. So from internal review, it's already passed, and it was very hard actually. And we have done our full effort. So that's why PMI also accepted. What they want actually, we did all from our
Yes.
side.
So
So
that is the
that is the
first
main
part
thing.
of PGMP, which is writing the application and doing the passing the panel review. Then after we come to the preparation of the exam. So what we do, what we did, and also we do for all the students, that once we revise the chapter, we do the questions of that chapter. So once your complete chapter-wise question is done, then we go to the mocks, and then we go to the final mocks. So Tahseen, can you explain us how good is this approach, going the chapter-wise questions and then going to the final mocks?
That one is really very excellent, very excellent. When we are going for chapter wise questions, whatever some doubts or some tips and tricks are there, we are facing problems. We are choosing wrong answer, and then after we are going through the what is the right answer and what are the specification description there. So most of 90% of the question of the concept was clear during the chapter wise and application chapter wise. So when we are going for final mocks, so it's just like we have to proceed same things. So that one is really very excellent, and mocks is very helpful. And just to add on, Same times we are also looking for this 2-page summary sheet. So
Master
that one
sheet.
is very, master sheet. That one is very useful. Even at the last moment, it's very useful.
Okay, so
I
I
just
will.
gone through last
Okay.
day I
I
gone
would
through
just
only
like to add.
eco.
Yes, good. I would just like to add here one thing, that once we do the chapter wise questions, we go to the final mocks. As Mr. Tahseen said, these final mocks are very much relevant. And once you go in the exam,
Yes.
we will come to the second portion, what happens on the exam day. But this master sheet that we have developed, I think is a very excellent revising document for chapter wise, and also for the last day correct what we say.
Okay,
That
I
gives you the
want to
keywords, and that tells you how you have to read the question, what will be in the question. And that's why I'm telling to the students, whenever you do this before attempting the mock, just revise that final sheet. Yes, Amir
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, I want to add that if anyone want to buy that only that sheet, we are also selling our mocks. If you think our program you have already taken, you cannot join, your application is approved, and you only need that sheet. Actually, we have already given it to multiple people. And Mr. Samin, let me add something that the guy we gave it last time, he just cleared PgMP. Since he was unable to tag you, I gave him your, but he was unable to tag you at LinkedIn. So only by going to that sheet is so important. Like, I have even asked Gulzar to make the same for RMP, that it is the crust of entire PGMP, right? Like, I am extremely proud on the PGMP we have made so far. Application is one thing which we just discussed. Then preparation, and we are missing the one of the most important part. I'll come to it. But this last day minute preparation, if you are preparing for PGMP, wherever you have taken the training, if you don't want to fail, let me add you, this is a very, very inexpensive tool for you. Please buy this. This is kind of a free for you. We were not giving it, but Mr. Sami is generous. I told him that the guy has already taken that. I said, okay, let's give it him. And we did not want to give it for free, because if you give it for free, that thing has no value. So it is very inexpensive. Just ping me if you want that sheet, that PDF. I'll give it to you, and let me give it to you this thing. If you prepare it with my mocks, it is impossible that you fail the PGMP exam. Please, Mr. Sami, carry on.
So that was about the master sheet. Is very, very important for revision. And Tahseen sir, what about the final mocks that I asked you to do it again and again? How was it?
Yeah, it's very, very useful. I think 60 to 70% questions was relevant to the final mocks only. Only sometimes they put difficult word or something twisted, but the concept it's around moving around this final mocks only.
Okay,
So
good. And
sometimes they are
okay,
using.
okay. So
They have
that was
used
very
some.
good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and okay,
Uh,
so that is we covered the thing. What about the follow-up? How was the follow-up from our side towards you? Are we pushing
yeah,
it, or we just leave it
no,
whatever you
no.
want to do?
That's really neat, actually. Otherwise, we will get saturated completely. So this follow up,
Uh,
even though sometimes we are busy or something like this, then also it push us to sit at least 1 hour or half an hour to do something, and that one is very useful. And I found that one is, if you are working for 3 hours or 4 hours, and then next day you are making gap, that one is not much productive. It's better
hmm.
1 hour, but it should be consistency. There should be
I would
consistency.
like to add here
Yes,
that
sir.
once we finish the batch, on every day, daily basis, we are doing the follow-up with our students, whether they are writing the application, whether they are preparing for the exam. So they are up to date, and we it also helps us to judge when he is ready to appear in the exam, and what are the prospects he is going through it. And Tahseen sir, what about the coaching calls? We had every Friday and every Sunday the coaching calls. We discuss minimum 10 questions, and then we have started to
Yes.
revise the complete content, and then we do the questions. How helpful is it in the real exam?
That one is also very helpful, especially the eco part we have covered in coaching call. That one is very, very helpful, because understanding eco is not so easy. Because sometimes when we are going through the book or something like this, or coaching this study material, so eco is not getting much clear only by reading. So that was really helpful. It becomes due to this coaching call, this eco-based questions. So most of the things we have discussed, especially for program life cycle and activities, the one which we have gone through, and most of
Chapter
the
7, chapter
questions
8.
coming, yes, 7 and 8. So most of the questions coming through, coming from these two chapters. So that complete concepts it was clear through these coaching calls and questions.
Good. So it is very good to have the
It
positive
is,
feedback
yes,
from the student, so that it also give the encouragement and
yeah.
motivate the steps that we are doing. And the last question that Tahseen sir, when you were in the exam, what was your feeling in the 4 hours? Do you feel that do you feel confident that I know what is coming, or how to read the questions, how to pick the keywords, whether it's eco? How was the feeling after so much of extensive preparation?
I was very cool the last day. Actually,
Mhm.
one day before, Amir sir called me and he told me that what is your plan. So I told that
Mm.
early morning I will go through the train. I will pick the train and go to the mom, and then after I will attend the exam. And it was everything I already made set up. Train I already booked, and then after cab also I booked up to the center. But Amir sir, he told me, no, you have to go one night before. You have to reach there in night, take a rest, and then after next day you have to give exam. Actually, at that time I thought that why I have made all setup, so why I will disturb. But I just follow him, and I thought that whatever he said, I will follow same thing, and it was really very helpful. I gone one night before, and then after I have taken rest, and early morning I wake up, and I got enough time, and I was very fresh. At that time I just revised eco and this master sheet, and I think most of the things were in my mind when I entered in the exam center, and everything was in my mind, because I fresh up and I got all the inputs that time, and it's really very helpful that time. So I
Good.
was very
So
confident.
good. And also
First
you
60
got
questions. Yes,
all the above target. It's also important to mention that Mr. Tahseen got all above target, all the domains, and his overall is also crossing the green line. So
yes.
it's the maximum
Thank you.
level. Yes. What about the
I,
questions? 60 questions you finished then?
yeah, actually, when I entered the exam, so at sheet I have got one sheet for rough use. So
Okay.
I just put 70 minutes gap. First
Mm-hmm.
70, then the next 70 question next 60 question in 70 minutes, then 90 minutes I kept for
Mm.
the last one. But
Good.
first 60 question I failed actually. I have not completed in 70 minutes.
Okay.
So I took 10 more minutes. So I told that it's not a big deal, but I completed in very peaceful mind. Then after I took break, 7 to 8 minutes break I have taken. Actually, Amir sir told that you will not get break, but you have to take it. I even 5 minutes also, but you have to take it. So I took that break, even though I was running out from the time, but I took. Then after second 60 question, it's happened very fast. So 120 question, whatever I have made target that 90 minutes will be remain, then I have to take a break. But 120 question, it's completed before that one. So I took break, I think 130 or 135 question when I completed. So it was 120 minutes. There are 90 minutes still remain. So then after I took break again 7 to 8 minutes. So last 50 questions was very easy. So I gone through very fast that one. So 45 to 50 minutes before I completed.
Good.
Plus two break I have taken 7 to 8 minutes. So
So
almost 1 hour before I have
good.
completed.
That's what I think I just told you in the last day final call also, that
Yes,
you should not panic. There are bunch of questions. Maybe sometimes the
yes,
first
sir.
60 questions are difficult, then we
First,
have 60, then 50, but they
yes, sir.
have makes a chunks of that. And the most important thing is that to have the confidence feeling in those 4 hours that whatever is coming,
Yes,
we know it and we can do it. And this only
yes,
comes from the customized roadmap that we have made. So I would like to add here
yes,
one thing, that for every student after the batch, we make a customized roadmap based on his level of understanding, his level of that amount of time he is giving, or he can give, or he must give. This is three
Yes.
different things. So we analyze the things, and then accordingly we guide every student to study maybe 30 minutes daily, then how to do the mocks, maybe in
Yeah.
1 day, in 2 days, and how you approach the final mocks, and at which moment, at which time you have to revise a master sheet. That is our key component here. So I think the customized roadmap for Mr. Tahseen worked perfectly in this regard. He was not overstressed, I think, during the preparation. He was very
Yes, sir.
relaxed. Whenever he said, I am busy, I said, okay, if you are busy, take the time with your family, that is coming first. And then we proceeded as per the customized roadmap. And ultimately, the success that he got is extremely appreciated, and it's very good to help you in this journey. Yes, Mr. Ahmed.
Thank you, Tahseen. Tahseen, it has been a great time with you. With Tahseen PMP, his PMP was also very drama. He went back home, and I still remember
Yeah, sir.
his home is in Hyderabad. I guess he gave exam in Gurgaon or Mumbai.
And I live in Delhi. Yes,
In
sir.
Delhi, yeah, in
Actually,
Delhi. Yeah,
yes, sir. My brother-in-law is staying there, so I gone there first time
yeah,
there,
yeah.
and 2 days I just told him that don't disturb me for 2 days. I have exam, and then I stay there and give an exam. Then after that, that was also actually we tried 1.5 months. There is no slot available. Same
Yeah,
thing happened here also in
yeah,
PgMP.
yeah, I know that.
We tried. Yes,
I,
sir.
I agree with you. Now, I always says that if you want to go far, you have to get a team. And that is our goal, to go very far. Every single student of mine is a part of my team. And that is why I say each one, teach one is the mantra of game. Tahseen, you have been the embodiment of the entire this thing. But now we need to go further. Now every single PMP need to convert into PGMPs. You know at firsthand how important it is. It's not just the certification, it's how it changes your mentality, how you see things. So thank you very much for joining our program management, and thank you very much, Mr. Sami, for guiding him till the last moment. I wish you
Thank
best
you very much, sir.
for
Yes,
future
thank
endeavors.
you
Thank you
very
very
much.
much.
Thank you very much.
It's all success about Amir sir and Abdul Rahim sir. He pushed very hard, and he made such a nice roadmap, customized roadmap, especially this master sheets, eco. The highlighted eco is very helpful. Last moment, last day, I just gone through only the highlighted words, and it was in my mind. So, and most of the question were relevant. So it's very helpful, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your
Thank you.
effort and make it so easy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye bye.